Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another update for patch 7.2 Seekers of Eternity, still coming late March 2025, which we should get a release date of the actual patch tomorrow on the live letter, but it's looking like the 25th of March. But basically, we've got a new update to the special site. We looked at this briefly in its debut form, which was very limited, but we've got an update today on the 13th of March to the Challenger section first then. So the first bit that's been updated is the Arcadian Cruiserweight Division. We've got some new images. We'll look at those in a second. The Unstoppable Upstart dominated the light heavyweight division of the Ascension Arcadia Championship, earning the right to compete in the next tier. But behind the flashy thrills of the realm's premier entertainment, tensions rise among the young fighters who face the looming threat of psycho-necrosis. Very cool. I've personally been really enjoying the Arcadian storyline. The first part, in my opinion, was some of the better content that I've played in raid content for 8-player. I've really enjoyed the fights. They could have been a little bit more challenging on Savage, but honestly, it was a really nice, well-rounded package. I enjoyed the storyline. The characters were cool. The fights were gimmicky and interesting. Every one of them had something different. I'm hoping they do more of the same, personally. So in terms of the images, we've got Brute Bomber in his normal outfit, talking to somebody that doesn't seem to have a regulator on their head, so I'm not sure who this is. I'm not sure if this is another challenger or something, who this might be, but they don't appear to have a regulator, which is curious. The second image, though, is definitely one of the combatants we're going to be going against. This is a cheeky looking Lalafell. Clearly loves purple. Got a regulator on the side of her head and a spray can. I think Yoshi P said at the time they talked about this in the last live letter, I think he said something to the point of, I wonder if people will still like this character when they face her in battle. So hopefully she's a bit of a spicy combatant. Hopefully it's quite problematic, and I can't wait to see what the fight content is like. Also, really cool outfit. And then lastly, we've got Meoni in here, which is the younger sister of obviously Yana and Eutrope. And Yana's over here. This is actually a picture taking place in the gym, I believe. And I believe that's the door to get into the gym. You can currently go in the game and go into the gym now if you want to and see these characters. Over here is like a computer desk, and I think where she's pointing towards is some other gym equipment or a door. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, so more storyline with the sisters. Heavily enjoyed the entire storyline last time. Can't wait to see what happens in the Cruiserweight. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the proposed dance fight that Yoshi P talked about in the last live letter. Another thing I'm super excited for is Cosmic Exploration, which is obviously coming with a tool enhancement quest, so your relic weapons for tools, similar to your Sky Builder's tools and things like that. So Cosmic Tools, they're called. Cosmic Exploration is crafter and gatherer content first and foremost. I'm not sure if there's anything beyond that. We've got a few really sexy images there. It says Searching Way. Searching Way. We were hoping that the character, the Leporit, would be called Milky Way. Or Milking Way, but Searching Way wants you to join the Cosmic Exploration Initiative, so the CEI. Research and develop cutting-edge artisans' tools, all the while furthering the team's preparations for a maiden voyage to stars yet uncharted. Originally, we saw a picture, we'll put it on screen right now actually, of one of those future places that Cosmic Exploration will be going to colonize. But if we go back to this, it very much looks like the first place is make a moon base, similar to it's very close to where Marilla Mentorum is then, interesting, on the moon, and create a place to fuel a ship then, I guess, to colonize a section and then prepare for a voyage. Can't they just take the Ragnarok? Is there a reason why we can't just direct travel on the Ragnarok to these places? I don't know. Interesting. We've got those like zipline things, like the digital zipline windows over here. You walk up them and then you attach your character to a zipline and it takes you to another part. So this is just one area in the facility. We've got the uniform they showed off in the last live letter in concept, which is kind of like a spacey sort of Star Trek-y outfit. Got like moon buggy things going on here. We got the mech units, which I'm super excited for. Hopefully we get one as a mount. It looks amazing, doesn't it? There's quite a lot to take in there, and it grows bigger than this. Like, this is like an intermediary stage. We've seen concept images of it getting much bigger. You'll also notice there's like all of this ore in the background as well, all these crystals. So I'm guessing that's to do with the gathering and crafting for this. Like, that's the why the colony is there, because of this like deposit. But I could be wrong. And in the distance, you can see the other end of the zip line has another facility. This shot does include that, and whatever this floating bunny thing is, I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks like those are the minerals we gather and then craft to then build stuff. Maybe we're building a rocket? I don't know. Interesting, isn't it? I don't know. Or maybe we're building something to attach to the Ragnarok to allow it to go further or something. I don't know. Super excited for cosmic exploration and the relic tools. Yeah, it's literally out of this world. I'm super excited, but not as excited as I am for the Occult Crescent, which is Shade's Triangle, which is the Eureka, Bosja, that kind of thing, field content. We've got some beautiful images in the background here. It says, betwixt Eorzea and Tural lies Shade's Triangle, a wave-washed grave to untold souls. Join one legendary explorer and his intrepid crew as they chart a course for these fearsome waters and unravel the mystery that swirls where therein. Fantastic. And the legendary explorer is none other than Ketenram. So Ketenram was introduced into Dawntrail. This guy's been traveling for hundreds of years. He's old, but is a mysterious figure and quite a legendary figure. It's going to be interesting to see what we end up finding in Shade's Triangle. If you remember at the start of Dawntrail, before we got on the boat, when we got on the boat, before we got to Tural, there was this heavy storm. Supposedly, as far as I can tell, geography-wise, that was Shade's Triangle that we very nearly got pulled into and got destroyed on. It's there, basically. It's between the two. It's a bit of rough sea. And it's like the Bermuda Triangle in real life, right? With the mysticism and, legendary tales from that. This first image, though, of the actual island, we've not seen before. We've seen this structure in concept imagery before that they showed on the live letter, but we've got brachiosaurs here, flora and fauna, and then we've got this massive pyramid, which, I mean, that looks like, if you would just crop this image, that looks like the poster of a new Jurassic World film, doesn't it? With the pyramid. Fantastic, like a visitor center. But yeah, it's obviously an ancient place, and there's supposed to be a raid dungeon within here, similar to Baldessian Arsenal. Yoshi P said on the previous live letter how you will be able to access that raid content at the start, so you don't have to wait until the last in a series like Hydatos. So it'll be interesting to see the difficulty of that, what things they've learned from the past for it with Eureka and Bosja and things like that. But at the same time, what a beautiful, lush place to do your field content. This other image shows what appears to be Nemean architecture, so maybe there's some Tombry interactions here. Oh, we've got like a Colosseum up here. Obviously, like probably notorious monsters spawn in these areas. We've got rock monsters and little squiddy boys. It's an interesting mishmash, isn't it, of different styles and cultures and things, which also would be explained why Nemean structures would be here at the same time as potentially Marky structures, right? Very similar to Mark, Weeping City, and then some other structures. Maybe really is all of these different civilizations at one time have got pulled into the Shade's Triangle, and they can't get out, right? So they've just created their coexisted structures. I don't know. That's what I feel anyway. That's my tinfoil hat prediction of the storyline. We also have this, which clearly is inside, probably in the new raid dungeon inside Shade's Triangle, down in the Occult Crescent. Crescent. I'm hungry. Can you tell? We've got these like teleporter pads. It's going to be like Baldessian Arsenal, isn't it? Basically, super excited for that, and to see more of Ketenram. And yeah, I want to dive straight in. With this content and this content, that alone is going to keep me very happy. Additionally, there is also some other stuff. We've looked at the trial and the dungeon before in the previous video. We've got Hell's Key Unreal. So it says the foe commander asks you to regale him with a tale of fiery passion and heartbreak, which soon calls to mind your harrowing encounter with the Auspice Suzaku. Master of flames and resurrection, you stoke the memories of that battle into a fierce fire, reigniting your struggle to return the great Auspice to her senses ere you succumb to her mournful melody. So I personally like DDR Extreme, so it'll be interesting to see how Hell's Key Unreal unfolds. They're always fun. There's always some good rewards. There's probably going to be a new recolored mount of some kind from the faux leaves. So if you've collected faux leaves, you'll probably be able to exchange those for whatever the new rewards are when 7.2 comes out. That's almost a dead cert. But the fight itself, I can't wait to go in there and do it myself. I loved Hell's Key. I think it was one of the coolest fights in Stormblood. So super excited. Additionally to Shade's Triangle then, we also have the weapon enhancement quests that are known as Phantom Weapons. This is your new relic weapon for crafters, for your Disciple of War and Disciple of Magic, so your combat jobs. So they're called Phantom Weapons. We knew this before. It does look like Geralt here has been forced on a boat with Ketenram and is suddenly in Shade's Triangle. I don't think he's going to be too happy to be here, and I don't know how much debt he has put himself into, but clearly he's had a drink one too many and he's ended up in the Shade's Triangle. So that's interesting. It says, harried by circumstances, financial and otherwise. Of course it is, of course. Eorzea's finest weaponsmith finds himself on a treacherous journey bound for seas unknown, yet amidst the peril is an opportunity to achieve a new pinnacle of weapon fabrication, harnessing arcane powers as potent as they are illusory. So hopefully this time we don't get sweat squoze into our weapons like in the Hildebrand weapon series, because that was a bit odd. Hilarious, but odd. So hopefully we have learnt something from all of our previous weapons, Geralt. And the thing I want them to learn the most is, please make them look good. You can't please everyone, but make at least the glowy side of things look good. Like, have a good base weapon. Ah, dear. I miss a Realm Reborn and Heavensward relic weapons, dude. I really do. So we'll see what this is like. But you're never going to please anyone. But I'm super excited there's a new relic to get stuck into. Yeah, and poor Geralt. And then we've also got something that people keep forgetting exists, is more society quests, right? The Allied Society quests. We recently had the Pelu Pelu that gave us the Penuity mount, which was pretty cool. We've got the Mamul Jar this time, which I believe is your Crafters and Gatherers, I believe. So for the Mamul Jar, it says, the rite of succession set Mamuk on a new path, one without the sacrifice of blessed siblings. Oh, that's good to know. You know, less dead babies, the better, right? Now in the depths of Yark Tel, a new enterprise takes its first steps towards creating a place that any Mamul Jar would be proud to call home. Okay. Cool. Less weird, dark storylines, the better. A good, bright future for Mamul Jar would be really, really good for them. I can't wait to see what we end up doing. This outfit, though, we have to admit is just fantastic, isn't it? This bright pink Mamul Jar outfit with the crotch piece there. It's definitely a vibe, isn't it? Oh dear, imagine if this was the outfit that we unlocked at the end of the Allied Society quest. Actually, I know several people that would be very happy with that. But there we go. Very cool. I actually quite like this heart thing going on in the helm. Interesting. But yeah, Allied Society quests, how can you go wrong? If you want any of the additional pictures and things, you can find them here. And there's probably going to be more updates to this over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we've got 7.2 probably coming out on the 25th. We'll have confirmation of that or not tomorrow on the live letter. They'll probably add some sections for all of this stuff as well with pictures. But yeah, 7.2 is looking very, very nice and spicy, and I can't wait to get stuck into it, especially Shade's Triangle, especially now we know Ketenram is involved, so the storyline has a potential to be as good as Baldessian with the Kryl storyline. So, it's very cool. And obviously Cosmic Exploration is just bananas, isn't it? It's going to be crazy, that is. Probably not as crazy as the subsequent patches where we're going to see, you know, alien worlds other than just the moon, but yeah, very excited. And then the Arcadian. So 7.2 is already shaping up to be one of the best patches of Dawntrail. Let's see if it can deliver. Let me know what you're most excited for in Seekers of Eternity, and I'll see you all next time. And yeah, there'll be a live letter summary tomorrow, just after the live letter. Much love. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.